Now, former City of Johannesburg Mayor Dr. Mpho Phalatse has slammed minority parties that worked and voted to have the African National Congress back at the helm. Phalatse also rubbished claims that she's at loggerheads with her party, saying these are false narratives aimed at destabilizing the city. Dr. Mpho Phalatse joins me now for more. Very good afternoon to you, Dr. Phalatse. Thank you so much for your time. You say you want to finish the job you started in Johannesburg, insisting that the Speaker of the city's call to vote you out was irregular. A lot has been said, Dr. Phalatse, about your own role. Critics saying that perhaps you didn't have room to make decisions and maneuver in your own party. What would you say to that?
Everyone's entitled to their own opinion. I know my work. I think it speaks for itself. I did share the Golden Start report with all our residents after just 10 months in office. A lot has been accomplished. People don't like it, that's okay. Out of that, I think what's important now is to reflect on what's happened to us as a city, what's happened to our residents with this illegal coup that's happened in our council. We need to regroup. We need to put up a fuss and bring back law and order in our council and have the courts speak on behalf of our residents to undo this coup that has happened.
In reflecting and having the courts speak to the current situation, where are you standing with the court matter? What's happening there? What's the latest?
Well, we filed papers. We should be in court on the 12th of October, where the courts will hear our case. We've got a really strong case. The facts speak for themselves. The rules of council are the rules of council, and nobody has the right to just flout the rules as and when they feel like it, especially for such an important move, which is the removal of a mayor and the election of a new mayor.
And I suppose, as we speak about the current climate and the fight for the city of Joburg, a lot has been said. I mean, I just read something by Action SA saying that they're singling you out for praise while lashing out at the DA, saying you're welcome to join their party. A lot of black leaders have resigned from the DA. It's been said that the Democratic Alliance doesn't have room for black leadership. And I know you have been speaking about not being at loggerheads with the party, but are you at any point starting to feel the constraints within the party?
Absolutely not. I think it's how you view things when they happen and how you handle them. At no point have I felt like, as a black leader in the Democratic Alliance, I'm marginalized in any way, shape or form. I'm able to vocalize any issues I may have. I'm able to challenge our leadership. So no, I've not experienced any such constraints. I'm not sure what other people's experiences are, and I cannot speak on their behalf, but I've certainly not had similar experiences. And all the stuff that's been said about me being excluded from decision-making processes, there being a rift between myself and party leadership are completely untrue. It could not be further from the truth.
I mean, as a medical doctor, did you expect politics to be this challenging? I mean, it has really been quite a tough few weeks for you.
It's not easy being a doctor, so it's not as if I come
Okay, we have
from in a lot of ways. When I look at what I go through and the resilience that I have through it all, I really have my profession, my base profession to thank for it.
And, we didn't hear part of that, part of your response because of the breakdown in the connection there. But looking at your commitment to the city's residents, as the all of it with the position that you're in at the moment, with the court matter and the ANC's Dada Morero now, the current city mayor, did you looking back at your very short time as mayor, what are your views on the approach that you may have used for residents of the city? Some have spoken about your very Christian-based circular. Do you think that there may have been instances where you perhaps may have isolated residents in the city who are not Christians?
Absolutely not. I mean, I think if you look at my office as an example, I've got Muslims in my office, I've got Christians in my office, there's Jewish people in the administration, and all kinds of religions. So no, it's who I am, and I don't have to divorce myself from who I am in order to accommodate other people. I expect them to understand that that's who I am and embrace it as much as I do the same for them. I'm a woman. I'm not going to change that or divorce myself from that just to make men feel comfortable.
Okay, and unfortunately that connection not so strong there. Trying to speak to the ousted former mayor of Johannesburg, Dr. Mpho Phalatse, speaking of course on the back of her press briefing that happened a short while ago. But